Your ultimate guide to launching, growing, and scaling a thriving online fitness business. I'm your host, Tobias Young. And whether you're just starting out or looking to take your business to the next level, this podcast is packed with actionable tips, real-world strategies, and the insights you need to crush your business goals and build the business of your dreams. Now that you're here, let's dive in. All right, squad, welcome back to the Fit Biz Accelerator. This is the podcast that helps online fitness coaches launch, grow, and that give you freedom, fulfillment, and predictable income. And today we're diving into something that completely can transform the way that you sell your programs. It's called the two-call close framework. Now, most coaches, they either wing it on sales calls or they try to close clients in one shot. And that works sometimes, but often it feels rushed, pushy, or sometimes it leaves the client a little bit unsure. And the two-call close, it changes everything. It's a simple process that builds trust. It positions you as the expert, and it gets clients excited to work with you before you even talk about price. So by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to structure a discovery call and a strategy call so you can close more clients consistently. And that's without even feeling salesy, sleazy, anything like that. Nobody wants to feel like that, right? So this is why the two-call close works. Let's start with the psychology behind it. When someone books a call with you, they're curious, but they're not sold yet. And if you just try to jump straight into pitching your program, what happens? They often feel overwhelmed or pressured. In the two-call close, it spreads the process out. So that way you can build trust on the discovery call. You deliver value, clarity, and then certainty on the strategy call. And this gives clients time to process, gets them emotionally invested, and it makes them feel like working with you is their decision. It's not something that you pushed on them. So I want you to think about it like dieting, right? You wouldn't just propose marriage on the first date. You would like to get to know each other first. You would build rapport. And then when the timing's right, you're going to move forward. And it's the same thing here with the two-call close. It's about respect, relationship, and results. So let's start off with the discovery call. And this first call is short. It's usually like 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. And the goal is not even to sell. The goal is just to build rapport and discover. So here's the structure for it. Step one is the rapport process. So you start by making it human. You're going to ask about their day, why they booked the call, maybe a little connection point, and this lowers the defenses a little bit. Step two is finding out more about their current situation. And this is where you can ask questions like, hey, tell me about your fitness journey so far, right? What have you tried before? What's working? What's not working, right? This is where you're just listening. You're not pitching anything. And then step three is going to be more of the desired outcome. So this is where you can ask, if we were to work together and you could achieve anything in the next 90 days, what would it be? Okay. Why is this important to you right now? And now they're telling you their dream outcome in their own words. And then step four is the gaps and the challenges. This is where you would ask, what's been holding you back from reaching that goal on your own, right? This gives you the pain points and the barriers that you're going to be able to address later. And then step five, if they check off all the boxes, it's going to be a good fit. Then you set up the strategy call. So you close the discovery call with something like, hey, thanks for sharing all that. And I can see exactly where the gaps are. And I have some ideas on how to help. But what I'd like to do is actually schedule a full strategy session where I'll walk you through a custom game plan in order to help you reach X, Y, and Z goals. Does that sound good? Notice there's no pitch, there's no price. You're simply just moving them forward. Okay. Next part is the actual strategy call. And this is where you deliver clarity and you can enroll them. You close the sale. This one's longer. It's usually 30 to 45 minutes, sometimes up to 60 minutes. So here's the breakdown. First part, step one is recapping what you went over on the discovery call, and then you're building some more rapport again. So it's like, thanks for jumping back on with me. Last time you said your biggest goals were X, Y, and Z, and the main challenges were A, B, and C. Is that right? And this shows that you listen. So you better take notes on your discovery call and your triage. And that builds trust. Step 2 is going to be the roadmap. And now you walk them through a clear step-by-step plan. This is where your method comes in. For example, inside my 9X macro method, whatever the name of your system is, right? The first step we had focused on is fixing your nutrition strategy. Then we had add in effective workouts, followed by an accountability system. So you're not coaching for free. You're showing the what and the why, not the full how. Okay. Step 3 is painting the future vision, right? This is where you'd ask, if we put this plan into action and you achieve X, whatever a dream outcome is in the next 90 days, how would that feel? So what is that doing? That's getting them emotionally connected to the outcome. And then step 4 is to transition to the offer. This is where you'd say, based on everything you've shared and the plan that I just laid out, I'd love to walk you through what it looks like to work together inside my program. Would you like to hear about the details? So now you have permission. And then step 5 is presenting the offer. So you go through the 5 pillars from the Irresistible Offer Blueprint. That's another one of my podcasts that I just did. So you go over the promise, the process, the package, the proof, and the price guarantee. So the 5 Ps, right? And then step 6 is going to be handling the objections as needed. But if you ask the correct questions during the strategy call, most of the objections are going to be overcome. But there's still going to be common ones, right? Time, money, spouse. So you can use questions like, help me understand what's holding you back from getting started today. So that way you keep it conversational. It doesn't become combative. You don't want it to be combative. And then step 7 is the close. So are you ready to get started? Simple. You got to be confident. You got to be clear, right? That's your transition statement into the close. Okay. So let's give you some bonus, right? This is called the homework bridge. So here's an advanced move I teach my clients inside the elite level coaches. It's called the homework bridge between the 2 calls. So at the end of the discovery call, you give them something small to do before the strategy call. For example, you're going to have them track their food for the next 3 days, or they're going to fill out a short reflective form, or they're going to write down their top 3 goals. Now, why? Why would you do that? Because when people invest effort, even in small ways, they're more likely to invest money. It also positions you as a coach who gives value before they pay you. All right. So that's today's episode, the 2-call close framework for coaches. So when you implement this, sales calls stop feeling like pressure and they start feeling like partnerships. And you'll close more clients, you'll build deeper trust, and you'll create better long-term results. Remember, the discovery call builds trust. That's where you gather the info. The strategy call, that's where you present the plan and you make the offer. The homework bridge, that's where you build the commitment. So if this episode helped you, share it with another coach who struggles with sales. And if you want me to personally help you implement the 2-call close into your business, head over to tntfitprocoaching.com and book a free strategy session. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next episode of the Fit Biz Accelerator. Thanks for tuning in to the Fit Biz Accelerator. If you found value in today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a tip or strategy to grow your online fitness business. And if you're ready to fast track your success, don't forget to check out tntfitprocoaching.com. Until next time, stay consistent, stay focused, and keep crushing it.